Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the Prototype HG, Prototype Gouf from Gundam Origins. Now, I already told you guys why or when or how I bought this kit, so I'm not going to get into that details. First of all, before I actually get into the review, hope you guys enjoyed the live stream yesterday, and once again, I'm sorry if I offended anybody individually. So sorry, and sorry for the sudden shutdown. Well, I did technically said it's done, it's over, but I just forgot to turn off the program. Basically, I just got too drunk, basically shut my laptop without thinking, so I lost all the footage, and there's no way I can recover it. So yeah, and I already got rid of the live stream uploaded version away from my channel. Anyway, I won't be doing that for a while. I'm feeling a little bit better now, so I may as well take care of the review. So let's see. This is the Prototype Gouf. As you can see from the name, it is the prototype of the Gouf. First, what you get is, for stickers, there's two types. You get your typical sticker, and you get one for the eye, just one. But you also get the decals, normal decals, and you get a bunch of them. Like the Gundam local type, you have a lot of options to do. The only decal I used for now is the one for the backpack, because in the instruction manual, this one was specifically mentioned to, put it here. So I was like, oh, okay. So that's what I did. And what else you get is you get the whip that the Gouf uses. I forgot the name. Sorry about that. You get, how should I say that? You get a heat hawk, or I think that's the actual official term, the heat hawk. But there's a peg here that one goes on for the side skirt. But this is basically the folded up version, I assume, because you also get another one that you can actually hold on your hand, or on the hand. Yeah, as you can see, you get another hand you get one hand for the axe. And you get another connector or an arm piece, which I will explain later. And for that arm piece, you also get an open style hand, and the hands are not in ball joints; they're just pegs. Okay, we've seen what you get, so let's get on to the review. Now, first of all, this is my technically my second high grade Zeon kit. The first one being the Scrutsum Gallus. I still don't know how to pronounce the name, but yeah. This one is my second one. Okay, so we'll start with the head. Now the head, it's pretty much, it has the basics. It has the pipes. These pipe looking or hose looking things are kind of a rubberish material. A lot of people were I got comments when I uploaded the pictures while building. Some people were saying this really looks like more of a Zaku, and I can understand that because this is the prototype, and I'm assuming they had to use similar parts as with the Zaku as well. So interesting, but they really designed this kit to get the prototype vibe in very well. It has that feeling of a prototype. Now, articulations on the head, there's not much. It can go down. There's not much up. Basically, this is like looking at front. 360, I'm not sure if it's possible. I'm trying to force it, but yeah, it's possible. It's possible. You just need to know where to spin it or where to go for. Another thing on that mono eye is basically is a sticker, and also I'm not sure if I can show you guys this, but below the head there's a latch. There's some sort of switch where you can actually move the position of the mono eye. I tend to leave it at the middle. I don't intend to show that, but there is a system where you can actually change the position of the mono eye. Okay, now let's get for the body. Now the body, nothing too special, but the build was pretty unique. It's not, I don't know, maybe this is because it's my first Zeon or Zaku Gouf type to build. So it's basically different from building a normal high-grade Federation mobile suit. Another interesting thing is that the cockpit here, this orange section here, is actually a clear piece, and I found that pretty interesting. Once again, they really pulled off the prototype design very well. The movement on the body, despite these cables or hoses, it does have some movement. It can go up like that and then forward a little bit as well. It doesn't really block too much movement. For the arms, let's see. I'll look at the articulations first, but the arms, they're pretty standard. The arms or shoulder is connected to a ball joint to the body, and so because of how the polycab is structured, you can also go up this much. Forward and backward is possible, but not as much as you think. And the arms, this being a prototype, this is basically a built-in weapon system, which I am a really big fan of. I really like kits that has built-in weapons instead of like holding weapons. The shield is just pretty simple, and you also get another attachment for the shield, which is pretty sturdy. It's not falling off, but the shield, it's basically, there's a hole on the shield, and there's a peg on that shield connector piece. Problem is, it's just there, so it's like spinnable. It can spin, and it's not loose anything, but sometimes when you're posing this might get out of position like that or something like that. And each arm has a different weapon. It has the basic movements. You can twist it 360. Of course, without the shield, it's 360 is possible. Bending it's okay. I'll take off the shield for now. Come on, okay. It's technically a double joint, I guess, but because of the bulky design of the arm, this is as much as you go, and 360 is no problem at all. And you get 3, and I'm assuming this part is like the ammo clip where it shoots the machine guns, or it's bullets from the fingers. Well, some people don't like this design, but I really like the way how they pulled off. For the other arm, you get this arm for the whip, basically. So you know what? I was going to show this later, but I'm going to just show it right away because it's kind of tricky. You can take this part off, and then what you can do is get the longer version of the actual whip and just connect it, and there you go. You can do this, and there's a lot of stuff you can do with this, or a lot of poses, but I'm not a big fan of these kind of long stuff. So once again, I'm going to put it back in because taking out the smaller piece is kind of tricky. I think I made a dent on this small piece, and come on. Technically, I'm not drunk, but my inside is kind of still in a little bit pain. Okay, we've seen the body, the arms. Let's see now for the waist. There's not much movement in the waist. Once again, I'm pretty sure it's just one normal waist. It has like side skirts as well. They barely move, but the front skirt doesn't move. But they do. Just be careful not to move it too drastically, because the way how they are connected is that these front smaller ones are connected to the bigger ones on the side with a plastic ball joint. So if you try to move it a lot, it will fall off. I haven't had that problem yet, but just to let you know. And on the side skirt, each side skirt, there's a hole here. There's a hole here, and you can attach the the heat hawk like that. Okay, the legs. Now the legs. Now I thought this wouldn't have much balance issues, or it could be just me that's having trouble, because it has flat feet and big feet. So that's basically a big plus. But problem is, I don't know, sometimes posing this guy might be tricky, because I don't know, maybe it's because these hoses are kind of limiting its movements. But the way how these hoses are connected is that you just basically you put one inside, and then basically they're on a certain shape, so they can't come out of this hole on this position. That you have to twist it and then put it in, so it won't fall, it won't come out. Same as it, but the legs are very stiff on mine. So it's a double joint, that's all you can go, and this is as much as you go. If you go more, it's going to definitely pop off the side and front skirt. Okay. Once again, the feet are pretty standard. They have like the basic ball jointed angles. So yeah. And the backpack, there's nothing too special to look at the back. Once again, the only thing that I'm kind of curious is that the instruction manual, kind of showed this decal on the process of building the backpack. So I was like wondering why the case is that it, but oh well. Okay, we've seen the basics. Now we will look at its accessories, which we already seen most of it. Now, with the Origins kit, for example, if you have the WAF or the, okay, there we go. Oh, never mind. That was the knee part. Once again, as I mentioned, this kit is pretty stiff. Also, the legs are connected to that has that swivel part for the swivel size on the leg. This kit is pretty stiff in all aspects. Especially the legs are stiff, except for that piece that just fell off. So it's definitely that's a good thing. It's better than loose. Now, what can you, if you have the WAF or I forgot the mobile worker from Origins, you can actually swap arms with these kind of stuff. So and for this one, it tells you to swap with this arm, but I assume you can do the same with this. What you can do is there's these latches on the arm, and you just need to open them up. But once again, I heard some tips and comments about this is to be careful not to force it too much, or it will break, and that is kind of true. But the problem is it's not exactly these are making this stay. The connection itself is very stiff with that peg on the arm and the polycap in here. So I guess it's just for design. Once again, you take those out, and it doesn't, for this arm I don't think it doesn't matter as long for the position, I believe. So yeah, you don't need to worry about position, so you just need to stick it in and then close the latches, and there you go, you have a actual arm. So with this arm, I assume you can use multiple weapons now, because technically if you have the other arms, you can't do much with other weapons. You can only rely on the weapons. Once again, I do like this concept, but not as much as, you know, swapping stuff. So I rather go with the normal built-in weapons. So yeah, the heat hog, you get the second heat hog, which is the open version. You can hold it pretty well, but it has to be in the right position or it will be wobbly, and the hands are connected not to a ball joint but a peg and hole system. So be careful on that aspect as well. Well, that's it. That was the review of the prototype Gouf from Gundam Origins. If you have any questions or requests, leave a comment below. If I got anything wrong, also leave a comment below. I still have more kits to buy and build, so please stay tuned. If you found this channel or video interesting, please like my videos and also subscribe to my channel. Once again, see you guys next time.